And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. I'm Kevin Harlan. With me tonight, Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And reporting from the sidelines all game long, we've got David Aldridge. Hey, Dave.
Well, Kevin, it seems like it will be a great fit for Ben Simmons on the Nets. There's plenty of scoring around him so he can focus on what he does best, setting up his teammates and defending. He said, "I take pride in it. There's only one ball. If I'm able to get stops and give guys a hard time, then we'll be able to get further." Kevin?
First team all defense. All right, DA, thanks as always. You know, almost every team has some kind of roster turnover in the offseason, so, Greg, this time of year can be about getting familiar with your new teammates.
There's always a feeling out process this early in the schedule. It's about finding your team's identity, figuring out how all the pieces are going to fit.
Here are the five for the Raptors. Anunoby in at the forward with Barnes next to him. Van Vliet in the backcourt. Trent Jr. to his side. And it's Siakam in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Brooklyn, the guard set is Irving and Curry. Durant is out there with O'Neal. And it's Claxton in at the center position. Van Vliet kicks to Anunoby. That three off the mark. Well, it was the Raptors winning their last game against Cleveland.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
It really is fun seeing an offensive function like a well-oiled machine. I'll be interested to see if they can keep doing this. Well, I play for the New Jersey Nets, and look, they made that move across the Hudson back in 2012, relocating to Brooklyn, which I think was the right move.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
And well over a decade in Brooklyn for the Nets. Richard, what kind of impact has that move had on the franchise?
Well, look, it's been great. The arena is fantastic. The fan base is growing. And more importantly, their ability to attract top-tier free agents like KD and Kyrie. They do not join the Nets if they're still in Jersey.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Here's Irving. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
So smooth around the rim. I love how Kyrie just goes up with confidence, knowing that he's going to figure it out.
Pass to Anunoby. And there's the feed to Barnes. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And Curry pulls it down. The Nets have gone 4-4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Here he goes. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Curry's got his second basket of the night.
If the defense lets him inside, he will not hesitate. He'll gladly drop that thing right in the cup.
Anunoby has the open look. Good on the triple.
And what an assured player. Anunoby believes in his ability to shoot the ball off the catch.
Irving can't get it to go. The Raptors shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Greg, when you look at Toronto, they have a lot of length and defensive switchability.
They swarm opposing stars and tend to make it very difficult in those passing lanes. So a great profile for a modern NBA defense.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Edwards, he's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Thomas comes in for Kevin Durant. And Simmons subbed in for Seth Curry.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
And so it's Trent with it. He brings it up for the Raptors. Trailing by 2. This game against Brooklyn here, it's their first look at the Nets.
And going back to last year, this series was an even split.
For Toronto, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. And the first one drops. The Raptors making a switch here. He's perfect from the line this time. There's 18 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Passes it to Simmons. Toronto grabs the miss.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good look.
Porter, and that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Here's Flynn. No good on the last second attempt there. Tie game in Brooklyn. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
Harris is out there with Mills. Then there's Warren. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Claxton in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Greg, Ben Simmons, one of 4 players in the entire history of the NBA to average at least 7 rebounds and 7 assists per game through his first 4 seasons.
Think about it, joining Magic Johnson, Oscar Robinson, and Luka Doncic. That is some pretty elite level company.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Nets? And home court advantage can give teams a huge lift. Greg, how different is it playing in front of the hometown fans?
It's huge. I mean, they give you energy. You don't want to let them down, so you tend to dig a little deeper when you're playing at home.
Scotty Barnes, he's checked in for Toronto. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
And the closer Simmons gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes. I love watching him in attack mode.
And that outstanding drive and finish brought to you by Mobile One.
And that's what a coach loves to see in a close game. Just put your head down and make something happen.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. The Nets have tremendous talent, of course, but there have been some challenges. KD says, I know the fans have high expectations for us, but if you're a fan, you'll appreciate Nets basketball and what we're trying to build, and you'll follow us along this journey because you never know what may happen. Kevin, back to you.
Great. David, thank you.
And you watch the way that Siakam plays. It can get you in the open court or in half-court sets. Great forward who gives you a little bit of everything.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Durant's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Seth Curry comes in for Ben Simmons. And Edmund Sumner's subbed in for Patty Mills.
Oh, heads-up play by Warren. Spotting a wide-open shooter and delivering a dime.
And for Siakam, Greg, he almost epitomizes the modern forward.
And that's not to say he's the best forward, but he displays all the skills you now expect from that position. Solid player who any team would love to have.
The shot's good from Sumner.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Raptors trail by 5. Trent passes to Barnes. Unloads from 13. The rebound by KD. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. The 3. Sumner's shot is off. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Brooklyn leading by 5. Here's the pass to Warren. Shoots over Van Vliet. And Warren the bucket on the assist by Durant.
Give some love to KD there, making the unselfish play.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Curry against Trent. Here's Barnes. Some solid defense there from KD.
And this is the type of game you just throw away as a player. He has yet to score a point and looks completely flustered.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And we are not
The previous play is under review.
going to review the tape.
And the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing it up, and even before we look at the replay, I'm pretty sure he got that off in time.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Now they're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but when you have it there, you gotta use it.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third.
Hello, folks. The first half is in the books, and we've got a lead on the scoreboard for the Brooklyn Nets.
They're getting every look they want on the offensive end. High percentage stuff. Great game planning.
And you love the execution as well. These guys are really on the same page tonight.
Indeed.
And now, let's focus on a couple of guys who have been getting it done in the first half.
These guys are leading their way offensively. It's hard work doing all that scoring. Wouldn't you agree with that, Shaq?
Not for me, it wasn't. Piece of cake or barbecue chicken, whichever you prefer, or both at the same time. I'm hungry.
And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. Inside for him, it's Barnes and Siakam. Sharing the wing spots for them, it'll be Trent Jr. and Anunoby. And it's Van Vliet in at the point guard. Oh, what an impressive dribble drive. That replay brought to you by Mobile One.
And trying to extend this lead, no better way than playing north and south, getting after it.
Here's Trent following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Siakam, great positioning on the putback.
And watch Siakam just spring up for those offensive boards. Athletic ability gets him to the ball so fast.
Here's KD. They get the rebound. The shot's good from Irving. Irving's got 4 this quarter.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches. And after that trade request this summer, Kevin Durant's still a Brooklyn Net. The offers weren't enough to move the needle, and the decision was made to run it back. One thing's for sure, when you've got KD, you've got a chance.
And this has been a nice start to the second half. They're 3 out of 4 in the rhythm on offense right now.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Brooklyn making some changes. Simmons checked in for Royce O'Neal. Thomas comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Mills in for Curry. So it's Toronto now. 9-point game. Pass to Achua. Here's Birch. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
This is just one of those blow-up nights for Kyrie, so lethal when he's feeling his best.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Alderson.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Kevin Durant learned an important lesson at age 11. His dad cooked him one-on-one, dunking on him and talking trash. Durant started crying and he locked himself in his room, but he came to realize, what am I so mad at? It's good to be passionate, but channel it. Once you're off the court, leave it and go back to being you. Kevin?
Great advice. David, thanks. Nets leading by 7. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Ooh, he's on a bit of a heater now. He hasn't missed one this quarter yet.
Flynn against Irving. Flynn kicks to Achua. Again, Toronto. 30 seconds left to play in the third. Here's Irving. From down in the low post, it goes. Irving's got the lead up to 9 now for Brooklyn.
The body control that Irving has, fending off the defense in style and still scoring. Love his aggressiveness.
Porter, no luck.
Now, I understand that that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
Claxton uses the glass to finish the layup. And now an 11-point Nets lead.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Fans, please give a big round of applause.
And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
And from a team perspective, having your off-guard rip-off passes like that, it's awesome. It shows you have guys willing to give up the rock.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. In the backcourt, it's Simmons and Curry. Durant is out there with Warren, and it's O'Neal in at the 5 down low. So that's the Nets 5.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And they double up Simmons. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Gary Trent Jr.
And a good physical play there from Simmons, not letting the foul stop him from getting that shot off.
Both shots good from the stripe. You spent 2 seasons, Richard, with LeBron James in Cleveland. What was it like to play with LeBron?
Well, I like to think that LeBron was playing with me the entire time. That's the way I viewed it, but it was amazing.
I should have reworded that. I'm sorry, my mistake.
Thank you. I think LeBron James was outstanding to play with just from a camaraderie standpoint, and he always wanted to make the right pass, which, you know, for pundits, they complain about it, but for a teammate, you love it. You love playing with a guy that tries to play the right way night in and night out.
His understanding of the game must be off the charts, correct?
It is so ridiculous the way that he just sees the game before it's happening. He is easily one of the smartest players that I have ever been around.
Oh, tricky play by Van Vliet to beat the close coverage, slipping pass there for the finish.
Boucher with the steal. Fast break, here they come. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Anunoby.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
And those might be the easiest points of the month for him.
And Sumner gets it to go. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Boucher. That falls. Great assist by Van Vliet. Van Vliet's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Warren. That one drops for him. And the Nets lead by 12.
Showing some assertiveness inside. Warren knows you can't beat the defense if you play scared.
Now here's Van Vliet. Defense is right there, and they pick up 2. Van Vliet's got 4 points now in the quarter. Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. They're in front by 10. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Warren, and Irving subbed in for Edmund Sumner. Scotty Barnes, he's checked in for the Raptors. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
And during that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear Steve Nash talking to his team. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Thank you, David. Nets leading by 13.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Nets.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting, despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Kyrie Irving.
And he was getting buckets all night long, giving the defense that work.
And it goes down 2 points.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And that score probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
Here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
It's a shame, really. If they've been playing like this last quarter, they might be in a different situation right now.
Here's Curry. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
It's always nice to perform like this, especially in front of the faithful home crowd.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks very much, Seth. Satisfying home win. What does the support feel like in front of these fans?
Oh, it's great. Great home court. They bring that energy every game, even when we're struggling. So, I mean, it's much appreciated, and it felt good to get this win for them.
It was a team effort and a crowd effort as well. Congrats. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching as we leave you with our New Balance Player of the Game, Kyrie Irving.